Alright, in this clip we're going to take the solenoid apart. Although it tests good, I know it's leaking because I saw it leaking. I think there's either an O-ring in here defective, or that really is a crack right there in that red piece. We still haven't got the electrical portion figured out, but we know we got to fix this gas leak. So let's take it apart, see what makes it tick. Alright, we're looking at my primer solenoid today. I was getting good readings on the ohm meter on this thing. I've got it completely disassembled. I'm going to show you what all you got in the kit, in the system. It's a little small return spring, got a fuel filter, a metal plunger with a spring on it, a cap, a cover, and a cover gasket. And this thing here is called a handle. But you see that crack right there? That ain't supposed to be there. When you turn this thing up, and get it back in there. When it's down, it's in the run position. When you turn it up, it rotates this part here where fuel can bypass and go straight into the carburetor. Problem is, when I turn this one, gas is just spewing out right here. So I had to order that part anyway. Once you've had it apart, you can't really go back with the old gasket. So I called them today, and this piece along was like $9, $7, $6, $5. This here gasket cost $17. He said they make a kit at marineengine.com. That was where I ordered my parts. So they make a kit. I don't know how much is the kit. It's the aftermarket kit made by a company called Sierra. And the whole kit costs $21. That includes this, this, and this. Well, I don't need a new plunger and filter. This filter's clean. This is testing out okay, but it's still not getting power to it. So I'm going to go ahead and reassemble it when I get my parts. It's going to take a few days. And there's a fuse in the line to this purple wire. I really don't think it's blowed, but I'll check. That puts it, the problem most likely in my circuit. You have to push the key in to start the boat. It pushes electrical power straight to this thing, which engages that plunger when you hold the key in, and lets a little gas shoot into the carburetor. When I start the boat now, you have to turn this handle up. Anyway, that's what it looked like inside the kit. I'll show you what I did to check this fuel primer solenoid with an ohm meter. I've got it set on ohms here. We're going to go by that second chart right there. I'm going to put my glasses on. So we're going to connect the ohm meter to this black wire and this purple wire. Alright, I'm getting a reading a little over 6.5. Well, it'll vary depending on the temperature and other kind of weather conditions. 5.5 to anywhere up to 7.5 down to 4.5 would still be considered a good solenoid. So we got a good reading. It's indicating there's nothing wrong with this solenoid, other than the fact I know it was leaking. So that means I got to check my wiring diagrams and stuff to the key ignition switch, which I can't do until I get this reinstalled. This thing attaches to the fuel pump by means of these two O-rings right here. It plunges into the fuel filter. Had two vacuum lines on the back of here. So we'll reassemble that and put it back on the boat. On the engine, I mean. And then we'll go to checking, looking for the electrical problem to this fuel solenoid. Well, at least we'll hopefully have the leak fixed. Alright, I'm checking this purple wire. I think I've traced it all the way back around here. Purple and white right there. It goes up through here. So I'm just basically checking this circuit. I took these 4 screws out. Looking for any kind of loose connection or a fuse holder, just about anything. That is the only purple wire up here. Okay, it's just a connector. Ain't that? No idea what that dooflunker is or does. So we don't mess with the dooflunker. I've already looked in here, it's just connection 2. I don't see any kind of loose wires or fuse holders or anything damaged. That's as far as I'm going into that for now. Still have to go up on the boat and check the key switch. Maybe there's a loose wire up there. Definitely not getting the power I need to this solenoid. That went back simple enough. Now I just put the screws back in. To get this screw out, I had to go up to the boat throttle and throttle it up to higher speed to move this linkage over. Otherwise it's back here where you can't get to the screw. So we still got to figure out the electrical problem with my solenoid, but I did order my kit to stop the leak with. We can't bear no, we can't stand no gas leaking on this boat anywhere. This engine does a lot of vibrating when it's running. I found a loose screw over here where I had taken that off the first time I worked on these carburetors and stuff, and just vibrating across the lake while little riding with it did the other day, loosened that up, so I made it a lot tighter today. Not being a boat electrician, I gotta be careful what I take apart on this thing. There's a 20 amp fuse in this piece right here. I saw that on the wiring diagram. I don't see anything wrong with the fuse. In fact, I don't think it would even start without that fuse. Once I get the O-rings and handle and stuff put back on over here and get this front reassembled Then I can hook the batteries back up and go to testing that circuit up there where the ignition key is. And no point in fooling with it now since I've got the batteries disconnected. Well, we know those plugs are only wiring connections. We know the boat runs. And we know we're going to fix that leaky gas. We just don't know why we're not getting power to the solenoid, primer solenoid. I'm not referring to the starter solenoid. Starter solenoid's over here. I don't think it would be that because the starter works. Put this cover back on. What, oh, what does those things do? Look like a circuit breaker. I guess I better look on the book and see. Okay, we're on hold for our parts that I ordered today, before we can continue this project. Get all this stuff put back together. We're going to go to checking the circuits to the key switch. It is amazing what it costs to buy and repair boat motors. They know they got you when you have to go to ordering parts. You can't get it from nobody else. Well, we checked for any leakage. I was concerned it might have dripped during the night, but I don't see anything to be concerned about. Not the safest procedure to clamp off that line, but that's what I did. This project is now on hold for parts. I got an email confirming they're being shipped.